Kenny Dillingham with us for a couple of minutes. First-year head coach at Arizona State. It is Pac-12 football media days. It is good to see you once again. You look sharp. You look slick. You have like a professional. I mean, I don't. You do. Do you have somebody professionally dress you now?
Yeah, Bree Dillingham, my wife. Yeah,
Take care of Bree. Take care of that. How has this first day been for you?
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, just getting to talk to people and meet new faces.
Yeah. Have you found yourself being like asked the same stuff over and over and over and over?
Yes.
And what are the usual questions that you get? Thus, I won't ask them.
How's it going to be going versus Bo Nix next year? How does it feel being home? ASU is the sleeping giant. Why is that? How do you wake up a sleeping giant? That's just pretty much on repeat.
What do you wish that they would ask you?
What do you want to see what do you want your players to get out of the program?
Okay. What do you want your players to get out of the program?
How to be successful in life.
Okay. Can you elaborate on that?
Just how to go about waking up every day, and even if their job is the most painful and the worst job in the world, finding a way to have joy through doing it and understanding that this thing we live in, this world we live in, is about people, it's about relationships, and it's about the moments and the memories you create. And the greatest moments and memories you create are not just the good ones, but they're the lows and they're the bad ones that you get to look back on and say, look what I overcame. And it's just them understanding that as they get into the real world.
Okay. What else would you like to be asked that you haven't been asked today?
I don't really know, to be honest.
Really?
If I'm the best chess player on the team and
Are you the best chess player on the team?
I am.
Okay.
So.
Are you going to go play pickleball and all this stuff later?
I don't know if I can in a suit.
Yeah. Well, players have been trying. It's not been a good look. Yeah, Jordan Clark.
That's embarrassing for him.
Yeah. On a serious note, let's talk positions because fans want meat potatoes. Quarterback. Where are you at today? Who's opening the season? These are things that are being thrown at me. Who's the starter going to be? And I say, they're going to say something like the week before the game, we'll figure it out. We may alternate. That's usually how it works. You may not.
Yep.
Is that a fair answer?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to name a starter today, but I don't know who it is, right? So when a starter, shows himself, when a starter is clear, like, dang, this dude is playing better than everybody else, we'll announce him. I don't care if that's a week into camp. I don't care if that's 2 weeks. I don't care if that's 3 weeks. But we will know the starter going into week one. The week of week one when we prepare, if nobody separated themselves, then myself and the staff will have to sit down and have a conversation on who gives the best chance to win, and we will name one. It won't be a surprise on who runs out the tunnel and gets under center or in the gun nowadays.
In the gun, right. You sound a little bit like Commissioner Klyavkov with his media rights deal today. I wish I could give you an answer, but today I'm not, and so I think there's some parallels there. Other positions that you look at and you say, same approach.
Same approach, I would say linebacker, same approach. Wide receiver, same approach. Running back, same approach. I mean, most positions, to be honest.
They're still open.
Everything's open. There's a few guys who have established themselves that would be hard to knock off their position, but I would say 75, 80% of the positions out there are up for the taking.
Yeah, I'd say tight end is pretty well figured out.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen's definitely going to run out there first when we go any sort of tight end personnel. There's no doubt about that.
I'd say in your secondary, you got a spot or two pretty well figured out.
We got a spot or two figured out.
Yeah,
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
But there's still some other spots that we've added some new blood in there, and we'll see how they do with pads on, not just shorts and a T-shirt.
Fans will say, well, there's a log jam at wide receiver. Is there a log jam at wide receiver?
Yeah,
or do you think there's separation?
We have a lot of good wide receivers, and that's a good thing because that means you can play guys fresh, right? And I talked about it all the time is you don't want to play this game tired. Just like if you don't have a two deep of D-line, right, really that means you don't have a starting group because you have to have two deeps of certain positions. I think wide receiver is one of those positions. The deeper you are, right, the bigger strength that matters in the fourth quarter because you guys have fresh legs versus defenders who have tired legs.
Here's a question that could end up being transfer portal fodder because the player that isn't getting enough attention that you feel like should get enough attention, and then there's going to be like 50 players' parents watching this saying, well, he didn't mention my kid. So can I even ask you that question, or is that not a fair question?
I mean, I'm not too concerned.
Yeah,
to be
you know
honest.
what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. It's just for us, every kid that I meet with, understand that they're going to know exactly where they stand in the program. There is not gray area. I come in, I tell you exactly what it looks like. Are you competing or are you not? We don't see you right now as competing. You got to change. You got to come back and be a different person in order to compete for a job. Stay here great, leave great. That's up to you. I would just want you to know exactly what our assessment of you is after spring ball, after fall camp, and our guys will always hear the truth. So there shouldn't be as much, I would say, drama, because there is no gray area. We're going to tell you exactly what it is, whether that hurts us or helps us. I believe culturally, at the end of the day, if you're honest to people, everybody wins.
Kenny Dillingham with us, a player that has responded to that charge. Do you have a player that's like, I had to get into him, I had to be knee deep with him, and he's really come a long ways?
I'd say BJ Green. I mean, when I got here, I told him, like, hey, and I told him in after spring ball in our exit meetings, I'm like, hey, you shocked me. I said, I didn't think you were this good. And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I didn't think you were as good as you are when I saw you in person. And he was like, man, talk about honesty.
Yeah.
Right? But it's true. I mean, that was a guy who I thought was a good player, and he's really, really taken steps and worked and proven that he's better than I thought he was. And that's just one example. There's a few.
Sure. What I found interesting up here in the last, I don't know, few hours is people coming by me and saying, do you think Kenny Dillingham's going to get it done at ASU? How's Kenny Dillingham going to be as head coach? And my response is, because I've seen this for 30 plus years, I don't know.
No doubt.
I think you're going to do it, but what is doing it? Like, the program last year didn't win many games. So if doubling the win total is a measurement, but they didn't win much last year, is there improvement? Yep. So I'm looking at it saying, I think you're going to get it done. Do you know for sure you're going to get it done? Because there are those, you can say as a coach, of course I'm going to get it done.
Yeah.
Do you have any doubt?
I think winning in college football is a collective effort. It's players, coaches, community. And so many people, times people forget about the community part. Mm-hmm. They think, oh, well, I'm only going to show up when I have this product that's worthy of me being there. The issue is college athletics is unique. You recruit players. In order to get those top players to create a product people want to see, you have to be able to show an environment those players want to be in. Mm-hmm. So I would answer that question is, do I believe in myself and our staff's ability? Do I believe in the potential of the Valley? And if all three of those people come together and are all in, united, I think we'll have more success than people, kind of the sleeping giant. If fans, players, coaches all come together. But that's hard to do.
I think the whole sleeping giant thing is kind of nonsense to me.
Yeah,
I
agree.
30 years of hearing this sleeping giant stuff. It's a different market. We talked about this.
100%.
We talked about this. Like, there's a lot going on. So sleeping, no, the program's out there. It's just we have a new voice, a new face, a new direction, a sense of energy, enthusiasm. And it's a different game now. I have fans that ask me more about how's Kenny Dillingham on NIL. Kenny Dillingham can't go do NIL, just so we're really clear about that, just so we're really clear about that.
But you can.
Yeah, right. But I think your lens is different on that topic than I think a lot of other coaches. Just younger guys, seen it, not that far removed, kind of makes sense. So how is that, if I'm asking you, because fans ask me, what's coach's view of NIL and how it's going at ASU?
Yeah, I support it. How it's going at ASU, to be honest, not very good. We're probably the bottom third in our league, bottom fourth in our league. We got a school down south that's probably 3 to 4 times us. And that's just the reality, and that's the facts. And you asked the question before, can we get it done? I mean, that's a group question. Can we get this done? And if we get this done, it can reach heights that people, want it and believe it can achieve. But this is a we thing more than it's ever been because of NIL. And it's great for the players. Like I said the other day in my press conference, I hope our players make more money than anybody in the country, but I can't do anything about it. It's got to be the community, it's got to be the people, it's got to be the Valley.
It's not an evil.
Not an evil.
Transfer portal, not an evil.
Transfer portal is bittersweet. For some kids, it's really great because it protects kids from lying. It also hurts some kids when, they get pushed out of a program. So it's bittersweet, but I think the intentions of it, which is to protect the player. I think all these rules were to help the players is correct. Any rule that helps players in any way, shape, or form, I'm for.
What haven't I asked you today? What do you wish you would be asked today that you haven't been asked yet, Kenny? I'm going to go back the way we started this interview.
I don't know.
Have I left
Who's
anything
my
out?
favorite 6'6" bald guy?
That would be me.
That would be, yes, exactly.
But
right.
I'm 6'8".
6'8", my bad. My bad.
Kenny Dillingham doing it here at Pac-12 Media Day. Thanks.
Thank you.